The Kingdom of Kush was born along the banks of the Nile River, in the land known as Nubia, where ancient African civilizations thrived long before the rise of Egypt, blessed with fertile land, gold mines, and strategic trade routes. The Kushites established a kingdom that would last for more than 2,000 years. The Kushites controlled vital trade, supplying Egypt and the Mediterranean with gold, ivory, ebony, and exotic animals. Unlike other ancient civilizations, Kush was deeply connected to both Africa and the Middle East, making it a bridge between cultures. While Egypt influenced Kush, the Nubians developed their own identity, customs, and power structure. For centuries, Kush and Egypt had a complicated relationship. The Egyptians saw Nubia as a land of gold and warriors, and often launched military expeditions to take control of its resources. Pharaohs sent armies to conquer Kush, forcing it to pay tribute. But the Kushites were not passive subjects. They rebelled, regained independence, and eventually built an empire of their own. While Egypt ruled over Kush at times, Kushite culture remained strong and distinct. The Kushites adapted Egyptian hieroglyphs, art, and religious traditions, but blended them with African customs. In time, the Kushites would rise, not just as an ally or a rival, but as rulers of Egypt itself. In the 8th century BCE, the Kushites turned the tables on Egypt. Under Pharaoh Pi, the Kushite army invaded and conquered Egypt, uniting the two lands under one rule. The Kushite kings, known as the Black Pharaohs, established Egypt's 25th dynasty and ruled as legitimate pharaohs, restoring ancient traditions and temples. The Kushite rulers Pi, Shabaka, Tahaka, and Tanutamoni oversaw one of the greatest cultural revivals in Egyptian history. They were warrior kings, builders, and religious reformers. However, their rule was challenged by the rising power of Assyria, which sought to dominate Egypt. Eventually, the Kushites were forced to retreat back to Nubia. One of the most remarkable aspects of Kushite civilization was its warrior queens, known as Kandakes. These queens were not just consorts, but powerful rulers, leading armies and making decisions that shaped the kingdom's fate. Among them, Queen Amenerina's became a legend for her war against the Roman Empire. When Rome tried to expand into Kush, Amenerina's fought back fiercely. She invaded Roman-controlled Egypt, captured cities, and defaced a statue of Emperor Augustus, burying its head beneath her throne. The Romans never fully conquered Kush, and the kingdom remained independent. After withdrawing from Egypt, Kush thrived in Meroë, a center of trade, industry, and culture. Meroë was famous for iron production, making tools and weapons that fueled its economy. The Kushites also developed their own script, Meroitic writing, which remains a mystery today. The pyramids of Meroë, smaller but steeper than Egyptian ones, symbolized a distinct Kushite identity. This era marked Kush's greatest prosperity as it became a dominant force in Africa. The Kingdom of Kush was a civilization of power, wealth, and resilience, its influence reaching far beyond Africa. From the Black Pharaohs to the legendary warrior queens, Kush left an indelible mark on history. But how much of this empire still remains undiscovered? What other hidden stories lie beneath the sands of Nubia? Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video about lost civilizations and forgotten myths.